Hey, this is Michelle Richards, and today we are going to take you inside the Milwaukee County Zoo and show you what it takes to be a zookeeper in the Small Mammals building. It's all part of the Do My Job series. We did get to hang out with some pretty cool animals, and Rhonda Crenshaw, the zoo area supervisor in the Small Mammals building.
It's a great job, it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of work.
She had plenty for me to do.
You're going to be cleaning exhibits, you're going to be making some food for the animals, you're going to be observing their behavior, giving them some medication, and anything else that comes along.
We started off with medication for Coppola, the meerkat, which was a bit more complicated than just giving him a pill. I had to inject a syringe into a big, dead cricket.
Do I have to touch it?
Yes, you do. You actually have to pick it up in your hand and then stick the needle right in its belly.
It didn't go so well.
Oops, you went out the other end.
Oh boy.
That is the problem. So that's not going to work.
I already messed it up.
Rhonda suggested I try again with a maggot.
Ew, that looked like it just moved.
It is.
It is moving. Ew, I don't want to do that.
You're not going to do that? Okay.
No, you do that one.
It turns out I wasn't quite cut out for that part of the job, but there were other tasks, like cleaning Coppola's enclosure. But first, we had to get him into another room.
Hey, little buddy. Hey, meerkat.
We finally convinced Coppola to move, and then I got to work.
Okay, I'm scooping some meerkat poo. It's like having a cat, only a very wild one.
Then it was time to pick a toy for Coppola. Zookeepers give animals different enrichment activities so they don't get bored.
Does he have a favorite?
This is a good toy for him. This
Okay.
is like it's called a fish bowl. It's actually a cat toy. You could put some bugs or fruit inside there, and then he has to wiggle it around and flip it over to get it out.
Okay,
So that'd
let's
be
do
fun.
this one.
All right.
After we safely locked the meerkat in his enclosure, we moved on to food for the vampire bats.
So
Okay.
we're only pouring off the thawed blood, okay?
Okay.
So you got to watch the big chunk of ice is what I'm trying to tell you, because if it comes down, then this blood will fly in your face.
Ew.
So I'll probably have to wear goggles.
You know what? Maybe you should just do that part.
It was another thing I didn't turn out to be so good at.
Whoop, there it comes.
Oh, yeah, that's gross.
Up next, something that was more up my alley.
This is Zorro.
The zoo's armadillo.
This is the only species of armadillo that can actually curl into a complete ball, so his tail bypasses his head plate when he's really scared.
We gave Zorro fresh water, then Rhonda needed to get his weight. It's one of the ways she can make sure he's not sick.
You want to try picking him up?
Sure.
So you just make sure you keep your hand right here. Don't put your hand underneath him.
Okay, so right
You
here.
can feel how heavy he is. It really does.
Oh, wow, he is heavy.
That was one of the highlights of my experience. Another was meeting Apollo, one of the hand-raised straw-colored fruit bats that have free reign behind the scenes.
They're very friendly when they're hand raised. I can hold them and handle them, but obviously in the wild, you never want to touch a bat
Right.
because they don't know you. Obviously, they would try to bite.
But Apollo was very friendly, and I got to feed him a grape.
you can see how he rolls the grape around in his mouth, and then he's going to spit out the skin. So they eat the flesh
Oh,
first,
okay.
the fruit, and then they spit out the skins and the seeds, and that's how they help replant the rainforest in Africa.
Then, more cleaning. This time, the bat enclosure. And the floor was a mess.
Voodoo really sticks to the floor.
It was not my favorite part of the day.
Man, this is gross. It's worse than diapers.
After a really good hand washing, it was back to food prep. Lastly, I had to get a peek at one of the zoo's newest babies, a golden lion Tamarin. It's a small monkey native to Brazil and a popular draw for visitors. It was easy to see why.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, he's so little. It's like the size of a little mouse.
And that was my day as a zookeeper. There were definitely major perks, like getting to hang out with some of the world's most interesting animals. And there were some unpleasant tasks as well, but you'll find that in any job. In the end, the rewards outweighed the challenges. And the next time I go to the zoo, I'll have a much greater appreciation for all the work people like Rhonda Crenshaw do. Michelle Richards, WTMJ News.